What is going on YouTube? What is going on collectors? Welcome to another episode of Comic Card Checklist, and for this episode we're going to be unboxing a pretty much massive purchase that I did around a week ago also. It's actually been sitting here for I think maybe 2 to 3 days now that but I haven't opened it yet, but it's pretty much almost a complete, I wouldn't want to say master set, because the for new sets it's almost impossible to get a master set unless you just if you just include pretty much the base cards and the base chase cards, and maybe not include the higher tier chase cards, then maybe this would be a complete master set. But of course it's almost impossible with new cards nowadays, because there's like 6-7 parallels just to the base set, and then at least 2 to 3 parallels for the chase set, so for the chase subsets. So it's almost impossible to complete a whole set. But I think this might be enough to make a master set. It is missing some of the chase cards, but those are higher tier chase cards. So yeah. But I guess if you could call this a master set, this will be a master set of the Midnight Suns, and I have the parallel green base set along with some chase sets. I still don't have it complete. I do have I want to say maybe 30 out of the 50, maybe more, 30 out of the 50 of the chase cards. So but anyway, without further ado, let's get started with this episode, and I'll show you guys the new well, I'm not sure if it's new. I think it's 2022 Midnight Suns. Not exactly sure when this came out. Might have been 2023 or 2022, but I just started collecting it and I saw that someone was selling pretty much a master set, so that's why I purchased this, so that I wouldn't have to collect it card by card. I like the Fleer Ultra Avengers. I think that set has gotten a lot cheaper after initially coming out, but this Midnight Sun seems to be holding its price a little bit better. But let me see if I could open this up so I could show you guys what I'm talking about. It's kind of a lot of tape in this thing, and I'm having a hard time opening it. I just gotta take it off camera. Such a big box. There seems to be maybe 2 binders. Yeah, maybe even 3 binders. Okay. So we got this, and we also have these. So if you guys aren't aware of this Midnight Sun set, they are the thicker cards. I forget the exact size of or how many points the cards are exactly, but once I do start doing my actual checklist episodes for each one of these sets, I'll be able to describe it a little bit better. But for now, we'll just since it's kind of a new set for me, well, except I got the green parallel already, but I kind of somewhat familiar with it, but of course I don't know everything about this set yet. And whew, this seems to be a big a lot of cards in this one. I don't know how I feel about storing cards in this type of binder, but if you guys don't know, the binders I use are the covers are hard. These seems pretty soft, but they still look like they're nice binders. Also, I like to use Ultra Pros. These has pages, 9-pocket pages in them that are built in. So not sure if this is Ultra Pro. I'm not really experienced with these kind of binders, but yeah, I guess it is Ultra Pro. But yeah, I like using the ones that are separate pages and you purchase your own binder, because I like to use the 4-inch D-ring pretty much black binders if I could find the same exact one. But I usually buy in bulk, and that I end up buying like 16 or 20 of them, and then they wouldn't have that exact binder anymore. So I probably have over like 20 to 30 like different well, like 20 to 30 4-inch black binders, but they're probably maybe like 6-7 different types of them. So I'm trying to make them consistent, but it's kind of hard because every time I purchase a certain binder, the seller would run out, because I would purchase like pretty much their whole stock, and then they wouldn't have any more of the same exact binder. But this one seems to be a green one, and then this one seems to be a smaller one. I guess I will start with if me and the seller have the same vibes, or the same, what do you call it? If I would think exactly the same way as the seller would, I would put all the higher tier chase cards here. This would be the green parallel base and the base chase sets, and this would be the regular base cards and chase sets, if I was to guess. And if me and the seller have the same way of thinking, that's how I would do this. But I'll leave this one for last, because I think I might have it would only make sense if it was done that way. But yeah, we'll start with this black binder. So my first time looking at these Ultra Pro binders, they're kind of simple. I'm not sure how much each one of them costs, but they do have a nice feel to them. I just feel like I don't know. These are thicker card stocks, so I wouldn't feel as bad as putting like those thicker cards in here, because I feel like they're thick enough to hold themselves up. But I think regular size cards, I would kind of feel iffy that they would bend in this kind of binder, but I don't know. Also, another thing about these type of binders is they're black on they're black like on the inside. So if you put cards in them, you won't be able to see like the back. So these are like more for like trading card games, or CCG, TCG, or card collecting games, and pretty much game cards where all the backs are like, you know, like a deck of normal cards. All of the backs are the same. So I feel like these type of binders are better for them. But as far as like ones where you want to see the front and the back, because they're all different and they're numbered and all that stuff, I would do the regular 9-card Ultra Pro for them. So, but anyway, this is the Midnight Suns. And if I was also the seller, and if me and that person had the same idea, all of these would be 1 through, I think this is a 100 card base set, so 1 through 100 would be like in the front, and then all of the chase cards will be in the back, if I'm vibing with this seller. But if you guys didn't know, the Midnight Suns, mostly like it's like darker themed, and most of the characters are either related to like dark magic or demon, vampires, pretty much things that are scary that you see in the night. So, but yeah, we got. Let's see, we got Adam Warlock here. Kind of looks a little bit feminine. I don't know. I haven't seen him in that suit yet. And then we got Alejandra Jones. I'm not really sure. I don't think I've seen a female Ghost Rider yet, but I'm not familiar with her character. The Ancient One, I'm not sure if this is the one that's supposed to be in the MCU, where she was portrayed by I forgot the actress's name, but she was gender swapped. Baron Skullfire, Bats. They do have a lot of character here that I'm not familiar with the dark, I guess, the dark comics. But we got Black Cat. Okay, somebody familiar. Black Panther, another one. Kind of looks like it has a Spawn suit here. Then we have Blackheart. I haven't seen him look this way. He almost looks like an Aztec god or something, or like half animal, half I guess like humanoid form. So Blackout. Then we got Blade. Kind of looks like Wesley Snipes' Blade. Actually, this one looks more like Wesley Snipes' Blade. So there might be like two different characters. Blazing Skull, Bloodthirst, Cable. I didn't think Cable was part of the Dark Midnight Suns theme, but we got Calypso, which is, yeah, I think part of the Dark Comics. I don't know. Oh, we got the Captain Marvel, Caretaker. He might have been in Ghost Rider as one of the Ghost Rider as well in the movie with what's his name, with Johnny Blaze and Nicolas Cage. Yeah, we got Carnage. I didn't know Carnage was they drew him like really dark, even though he's still red. Oh, the thing I also don't like about these is that if these cards weren't any thicker, and like the cards I were talking about, I feel like they would like bend a little, and that's a big like no for me. So we got Clea, which we saw in Doctor Strange Multiverse. She was like in the post one of those post like credit scenes. Cloak. Usually Dagger would be next, but I guess not here. Colossus. I guess some of the Midnight Suns have X-Men characters as well. So Cosmic Ghost Rider. I'm not sure if he's the same as the Ghost Rider 2099. Might be a different story of Ghost Riders. I'm not really familiar with it, but oh, there's Dagger. So I guess they're next to each other like that. Damon Hellstorm. Daniel Drum, Death Rider, Darkhold Dwarf. I don't know any of these characters. Beacon Frost. Finally, Deathlock, someone we recognize, and he's been out since like the 90s card. So Demo Goblin, another Spider-Man character. Doctor Strange, Doctor Voodoo, Domino, Dormammu. There's the Dormammu who Doctor Strange didn't actually beat, but he coerced him to help him because of that time loop, which sucked. Dracula, Elektra, okay. Elsa Bloodstone. We got some of the Avengers here, I guess, with Falcon. Don't know who Frank Drake is. Ghost Spider here looks like she has a big head, but it's probably just a hood. Hannibal King, don't know who that is. Is that a Ghost Rider Hawkeye? Haven't heard that one before. So we got Hellcat. Howard the Duck is actually fighting a monster, I guess. Iron Fist. With his dragon shadow, I guess. Or is that an emblem in the background or something? Not really sure. Jennifer Kale, another character I don't know. Jinx, no clue who he is. Johnny Blaze, one of the more famous names in Ghost Rider. Kitty Pryde, Lilith. Lilith Drake. I know Lilith because Lilith, the first time I saw her was in the 1993 Marvel Universe, the Series 4. Yeah, like I saw them in the she was one of the it's like this 9 card panel, and she was one of the card. Lilith Drake, not sure who she is. Lindra Littletrees, not sure who she is. Lewis Hastings, Lucas Cross, all these names I've never heard of, but I'm pretty sure they're tied somewhere in the comics. They just have a lot smaller roles. Madeline Pryor, that's Black Queen and Jean Grey's clone. I've never hit. I mean, she's been portrayed like as dark, but I guess I didn't imagine she'd be in Midnight Suns also. But we got Man Thing, okay. Martin Bancroft, Meat Market, Mephisto. That is not how I remember Mephisto looking. I'm not sure where they're getting these. Must be from newer comic books, because I'm not sure where these characters are coming from. Metarchus, don't know who that is. Mighty Thor, okay. They got the Jane Foster Thor, Mistress Death. I think this is the same as Thanos's, whose Thanos was simping for. So Moloch, not sure who he is, but maybe from this he looks like he wore the mantle of Ghost Rider as well. Monstrosity, another character I don't know. Moon Knight. I actually didn't know how Moon Knight powers works, but if you guys saw the TV series, he's actually has multiple personality, and along with that multiple personality, his powers kind of extend towards the way they're I guess the way that person's personality is. Because if like one of them is like a trained killer, then he's good at fighting. But if one of them is like he's just like a regular guy who doesn't really want to fight, his pretty much fighting ability is a lot weaker, even though he could also wear some sort of a Moon Knight suit as well. So then we got Morbius. Of course, he was played by Jared Leto at the Morbius movie. So he's gotten, both of these characters has gotten screen time. One movie, one TV series. Modred the Mystic. I am familiar with that character. He's I think he's actually been in either the Iron Man or Spider-Man cartoons. So he's been there. Because Morbius is also in one of the TV series, animated Spider-Man. He was definitely one of the characters, but I think they changed his, instead of sucking, I'm not sure if it's comic canon that he sucks from from the fangs on his mouth, but in the comic they changed it so that he sucks from like the palm of his hands, like he has holes in his hands. So different iteration, but yeah, I'm not really too familiar with Morbius. He's like sort of like a Dracula character, so that's how much I know about him. But Morgan Le Fay, Morlun, I've heard of them. Nightmare, I've heard of him. Noble Kale, not sure who he is. Captain Omen, Outcast, Paradox. I've seen Paradox around before. I'm not exactly sure how his powers work. He might be like, I just assume he's like Doctor Strange, but I guess I could learn more about his character. Rachel Van Helsing, I guess the daughter of Van Helsing. Ranter, Robbie Reyes, probably one of the also more popular Ghost Rider. He was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Very minor role, pretty much showed up and just saved the day, and that's about it. Sabretooth, Satana, Scarlet Spider, Scarlet Witch. This is the darkest Scarlet Witch art I've ever seen. We got Scarecrow, You know, this Scarecrow from Marvel really reminds me of. It gets me confused with the Scarecrow in DC Comics. I'm not sure if there's any difference between them, or they might just be both Scarecrow. So I don't know. So Silver Sable, Sister Neil. Don't know who she is. Of course, probably the most famous here is Spider-Man. Never heard of Spider X. Stacy Dolan. Another famous character, Storm. No clue who Taboo is. No clue who Topaz is. Vengeance. I just assume he's like the other Ghost Rider. Actually, I think Vengeance is the. He might be the original Ghost Rider, because I think it's the spirit of vengeance that takes over like a human host. So I think he's the original. But I gotta brush up on my Ghost Rider history, so I don't want to put out like any wrong information out there. We got Venom, Victoria Montesi, don't know who she is. Wasp, probably the brightest picture so far we have in in this whole card set. Werewolf by Night. Wolverine looks pretty bright too, a little bit dark, but Wasp just has like bursting with colors right now. Wong, not really how he looks in the MCU, but I guess this might be a better representation of Wong as far as how he looks in the comic books. Zadkiel, Zarathos, and Ghost Rider. And it looks like we go to the Medallion subset, and I think there's 50 for this subset also. It was 50 in the Fleer Ultra Avenger, so it looks like all the medallions so far are up to 50, except for the Marvel What Ifs. I think there's only like 20 of them or something. But yeah, I love how the medallions look. Of course, there's a whole bunch of parallels to them. I don't even know if I could name any of the colors, but I guess they have like purple, gold, platinum. Of course, these are like your base ones, which are silver, and yeah, not really sure what the other parallels are, but it's almost like a PMG set, but not quiet. It's a medallion, so but whatever. Yeah, they look pretty badass. The color pretty much stands out in this light, and the silver doesn't look as maybe it's my lighting, but yeah, it doesn't look as bright or rainbowy. But looks like we got Baron Mordo, Black Cat, Black Panther, Black Heart, Blade, Captain America, and it looks like they're in ABC order, so I like that. We got Carnage, Clea Strange. Oh, it looks like she's married here. We've got, I could barely read the names are blending in with the silver. So we got Damien something, Death Rider, Daredevil, Dino, who's that, Voodoo? Dr. Voodoo, probably, yeah. I have to angle it. I can't really read it. It's blending in too much. Dormammu. It looks like Dracula. Elektra, Falcon. Hannibal King. I think it's my lighting, you guys, because it's making the white lighting is making it. Maybe I could change it to like a yellow. Make it stand out more. I don't know. Now it looks weird. Never mind, I'll just breeze along this. If I know the character, I'll mention about. We got Hela, of course, Howard the Duck, Scrawny Hulk. He looks kind of thin, but I guess he's still kind of big. Iron Fist. I was gonna say this is Colin Wing, but it's Jessica Jones. Johnny Blaze. I don't know. Lilith, different outfit than before again. We got the female Loki. I forgot what her name was in the Loki TV series, but look, it's the real Madam Web, not the new Madam Web that they put out that I haven't seen yet. So I heard it was bad, but even though it's bad, I want to see it. Just just to see what they did with the Spider-Man world and with the Spider-Man non-Spider-Man characters. This is probably Magic, Man-Thing, Mephisto looking ready to be a playboy. Moon Knight, Morbius, Modra the Mystic, Morgan Le Fay, Phantom Rider. I think we saw him in Ghost Rider also. Yeah, I can't see the lighting makes it really hard for me to see the names. Robbie Reyes, Sabretooth, Satana, another different costume. Then we got Scarlet Spider, probably because it's at the S. So Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, Thor. I like how the mighty Thor is I guess Jane Foster, while Thor is just regular Thor. Valkyrie, Venom, Vision. I like the art, especially the ones that looks like they're like the 90s. Like Spider-Man and Scarlet Witch looks like the 90s, and Sabretooth. They're all, and even Thor, they all look like the 90s costumes. So, Wong and Wolverine. Somehow a lot of the characters for this medallion set, they look like skinnier for some reason for the art in this medallion set for some reason. I don't know if it was drawn by a different artist or something, but let's move on to another parallel. So this one is called the Spirit of Vengeance parallel, and there's I think 9 for this card set. So, and this one is all of them. So Johnny Blaze, Danny Ketch, Vengeance, Robbie Reyes. So it's pretty much naming all the ones that took the mantle of Ghost Rider. So Goose Rider, no clue who that is, but I'm assuming it's like a spoof or one of those like Spider Pork or something. Alejandra Jones, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Phantom Rider, Ghost Rider 10,000 BC. So I'm not sure if all of these are in order of how Ghost Rider, the Spirit of Vengeance was passed on. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I have to read the back or learn some more information so I could inform you guys when I do finally do my episodes on these cards. But yeah, I'm just trying to unbox them and organize them, and then I could do like more research and actually tell you guys relevant things to this set. So but anyway, this is the thaumaturgical artifacts, and I'm not really sure what that means, but I'm just gonna assume they're important artifacts. I think there's also 9 to this set, and this one is the Darkhold, and this was actually the main thing that was in the Doctor Strange, because Scarlet Witch was powered by the Darkhold. So of course the Eye of Agamotto, which Doctor Strange was able to see all the outcomes of the battle between Thanos, and he only apparently he did like over 10,000 different ways things could have happened, and there was somehow only one that was gonna work, and he had to give him the Eye of Agamotto for some reason. The Bludgeon, not sure what that one's about. Then we got Mjolnir, and yeah, this one is when Mjolnir chose to protect Jane Foster and gave her the power of Thor. Crimson Bands of Sidorak, another one of Doctor Strange I guess spells that allows him to restrain or attack with those bands. Hellfire Chain is probably one of Ghost Rider's main weapon that he uses when he fights. Hellstrom's Trident, of course. Hellstorms, that's his primary weapon. Twilight Sword. I didn't know Better Ray Bill uses a sword. I thought Better Ray Bill uses a hammer, like Mjolnir, but oh, it's Stormbreaker. Yeah, his Better Ray Bill's hammer is the Stormbreaker, which is what they actually named in the Thor MCU. But yeah, it's supposed to be Better Ray Bill's hammer. And then we got Mordred's Causeway. Not sure what that is. But I guess that is it for this binder. And we'll move on to our next one. And I was kind of wrong. I guess not all the subsets are here. I'm surprised that he put the medallions here. I would have assumed like it was in the smaller binder, but it just shows you how everyone's different. You know, everyone got their own style, so no hate on that. But yeah, I'm just gonna flip through this, but this is pretty much the green parallel. Of course, I didn't show you guys the back, but it's pretty much just like the other cards I've been showing, but you'll know that it's the parallel because it'll say green, and then the base one just says base. But yeah, I won't take any of these out. I'll just show you guys. I'll flip through this really quickly, but yeah, it should pretty much be the same exact thing as the one we just went through, but this one should all be green foiling instead of the silver foiling. That's pretty much the only main difference. The foils are green. It'll say green in the back, and I think that's it for parallels. But yeah, I'll definitely take a look when I do my episode on this. I'll let you guys know more information. But this is the Spellcraft Stories. So this one is like an 18 card base subset, or sorry, chase subset. I think, let me see. I'm not really sure what's going on, but it probably says it in the back, but I'll just go through this because I don't feel like taking each one of them out to prolong the video. It's already been 30 minutes, and I'm really not trying to do a long video, but just to show you guys. But yeah, it looks like I guess one-on-one battles, some group battles, maybe some main events in the comics. I do recognize some of the art, like, you know, like this one. Probably all from panels of the comic books. But then we move on to our, I think this is Story or Strange Tales. There's also 18 for this, and this looks like the base set, so it's in silver. But pretty much these are comic book covers, you know, that are like Midnight Suns related. So it's all Strange Tales, Journey into the Mystery, Monsters Dwell. But I guess Amazing Spider-Man, because, you know, Morbius was in it. Beware. Oh, yeah, those wolf characters, the vampire characters, ghost characters, I guess. Man-Thing is also part of it, so yeah. I guess Fiend Fan Fong also, which I didn't see him in the regular card set, but I guess he's there too. Then we have our, see, I was expecting this subset. This is actually like a higher tier chase set, so the ones I showed earlier, that was the 9 card, what was it? It was the 2 that I showed, that was 9 cards, and then another 9 cards, and then the 18 Spellcraft, and then the 18 Story Strange Tales. Those are your basic chase set, but this one is this is like your second tier chase sets, which are like harder Well, I wouldn't say harder, but you have to collect a lot more, like open a lot more boxes to achieve them. Because these might be like one per every 3 packs. I haven't seen the ratio. I actually haven't looked at what the ratio is to get this, but most likely like this would be like one every 3 packs, 4 packs, while like these cards would be like one every 25 packs or something like that. But yeah, this card chase subset is the ultra abilities, and yeah, it's pretty much just you have this the same background that's like white, and I think this is silver in the background, and they're actually bats. I didn't know there were bats before, but now that I take a closer look, like yeah, these are bats in the background, and then it looks like they're in almost in a shape of wing also. But I think I have the full set except for number 1, which I'm gonna assume might be like a Spider-Man card or something. So, but anyway, it looks like we have Vengeance here, Blackout, Blackheart, Elsa Bloodstone, Jennifer O'Kale again, Mordred, the Mystic, Paradox, Samson Buchanan. Again, we're seeing like new characters again. They didn't have in the earlier set, or maybe I just missed their name, but it seems like we have different characters here. So we got Satana, Robbie Reyes, Werewolf by Night, Dracula, Sleepwalker. I didn't see Sleepwalker in the base set. I would have recognized him because he's part of I don't know where I've seen him, but I've seen him in like he's in the 1992 Marvel Universe Series 3 card set, but I know him from somewhere, so I just can't like remember right off the top of my head. But we got Magic, Wolverine, looks like the older costume, the brown costume, Mighty Thor, Black Panther, Victoria Montesi, and Storm. Yeah, I'm not really sure how many is in that card set, but I guess that's it for this binder. And finally, I would have thought the ultra abilities was in that small binder, but yeah, I was wrong again. So yeah, and finally down to our last binder. Oh, it looks like it doesn't have much, but this is the, what do you call this one? I need to take one out. Oh, it's kind of difficult to take them out. I think this are Ultra Shades. If I remember correctly, these are the Ultra Shades subset, which is also the higher tier chase set. So the way this one goes is there's they come in multiple of 3s. They're in a tri-panel, so pretty much one character and then 3 different pictures. It looks like I'm missing, like I don't have a complete set of this, so it looks like the seller just put like all the cards like closer together, but it looks like I don't know, this might be Lilith, but it should be like 3 different versions of her, and then Dr. Voodoo 3 pictures, and then Moon Knight would have 3 also. But yeah, I don't have the complete set, so I'll still be hunting for those. But these are pretty much what I got from the seller. We got Werewolf, not sure who this female character is. Oh, and there's another Moon Knight, and there's 2 Draculas, one of the 3 Blades, one of the Phantom Ghost Rider, I guess 1 Morbius. Not sure who that is. I think we went over one of his cards, but I can't remember his name. And yeah, I think there's 30 plus to this, at least 30 I want to say. So that's 3 divided by 3, 30 divided by 3 is 10, so that's at least 10 different characters for the Ultra Shade chase set. Then there's some green parallels here that Of course, we saw earlier for the spellcraft stories, but yeah, these are just like 3 of the parallels. And then they have one that's called I forgot what this is called, but there's only 4. It looks like there's only 4 cards here, but they are yeah, I forgot what this subset is called, but pretty much they just have like words that are like bad words that are used, I guess, in the Midnight Sun, like horrible, frozen amnesia, monstrous, creepy. But yeah, not I can't remember the name of the subset, but yeah, there's only 4 of them here. I would take one out for you guys, but it's really hard. Oh, okay, never mind. So this one is that's what it's called, Late Night Creep Concert. And it features Doctor Strange, Clea, and Blade. It looks like it's just Clea to me, but yeah, this is a large subset also, and I'm not sure on the breakdown on how many, if it's like a 1 every 25 packs or something like that, but I saw it like a couple of days when I was researching a little about this set, but yeah, I totally forgot already. But it looks like it's just doubles here. We saw the Moon Knight earlier and we saw Lilith, and then these are some more green parallels of the chase subsets that we've seen, but I think that's it. So yeah, I have, if you just count the regular base and the regular chase set, I have mostly everything except for like maybe missing 9 cards for the story subset, but yeah, anyway, other than that, that would be the Midnight Suns set. And as always, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.